Good morning, afternoon, and evening whenever you see this video. I welcome you today to Pastor Minnassa's Sacred Space. Now, usually this is done live on Instagram, 9:30 a.m. Central Time on Sunday. But one of my intentions this year on my vision board, which I'm going to have to share here, is to spend more time with my friend Michael and his husband Jim. Michael and I have known each other from at least 1985. That's almost 40 years. That's 30, whatever. You do the math, okay? And for a while we lived close together and he moved far away. And now I am within driving distance. And I want to take advantage of the opportunity to spend time with him. And so on this Sunday, my wife and I will be driving over there. And so I still want to honor our time together in this sacred space. And so I'm doing it the day before. And we'll put it up on Instagram on Sunday and on my YouTube channel as well. And so I am glad to be here with all of you. Let us just take a moment to become centered and focused. Let's do what's called in mindfulness a body scan, where we're going to go through your whole body. Bring your attention so that those places can feel your attention and be relaxed. And then we'll take some time. I have an inspirational reading, talk about the card, my message as always, and then off on our adventures for the day. So I just invite you to either lower your eyes or close them. And then I'm going to invite you to wiggle your toes, because we're going to start with our attention there. This is an opportunity to be embodied. So often we're, and so this, in this moment, in this earth entity, let me try to pull this up so you can see my pretty Lemurian stone, for the divine to do its best work, for us to be the most magnificent light and manifestation manifester. It's in this present moment. It's embodied in this moment. And so let's bring ourselves, incense to this location. So again, you can either close your eyes or lower your eyes. Wiggle your toes. And bring your attention to your toes, to the arch of your foot, the heel of your foot, the top of your foot, your ankle. Then let's take your attention up higher to your lower leg, which is your shin and your calves. Then bringing your attention to your knees. Now let's bring your attention to your thighs, which those four beautiful muscles, the quadriceps. And then as we are sitting on our behind, just bring your attention to that place, to the chair where you are sitting. And then let's bring our attention to the trunk of our body, starting with all those gross organs, all those beautiful organs that are inside that help with excreting, flushing, filtering from our kidneys, our liver, our spleen, our anus, our colon, our intestines, big and small. And just for a moment, be grateful for the work and how those organs has served us all so faithfully. And then let's think about our stomach that holds our food and the esophagus that our food goes down. Let's think about our lungs and take a deep breath in and down. Our heart right there in the middle of our chest. And let's think about the bones in that part of our body, from our pelvic bones, our tailbone, our spine, and up to our shoulders. And let's just roll them back, roll them forward, bring them up to our ears and drop them. Just release any tension and unclench your butt muscles if you're holding any tension there as well. Let's have you wiggle your fingers. Bring your attention to your fingers, the palm of your hand, the top of your hand, your wrist, your lower arm, your elbow, your upper arm, and back to your shoulders. And let's go up the back of our neck, or that place where our head and spine are connected, those beautiful vertebrae. And let's just turn our head no, and then yes, back to center. And then our throat. And then our head. Thankful for our skull that encases our brain and all those things. Our ears. Let's bring our attention to our jawline. And should you be holding any tension there, you can just open your mouth to release that. And then your mouth, your nose, cheeks, eyes, eyelashes, eyebrows, forehead, top of the head, our whole head. And then let's bring our attention to our chakra system, starting with the Earth Star chakra. That's about 8 or 10 inches beneath our feet as we connect to Mother Gaia and the Earth Kingdom. Our root chakra, which is at our tailbone. Our sacral chakra, that's at just beneath our belly button. Our solar plexus chakra, that's just above our belly button. Our heart chakra in the middle of our chest. Our throat chakra at our throat, of course. Our third eye chakra between our eyebrows. Our crown chakra at the top of our head. And then our soul star chakra, 10 inches or so above our head, connecting us to our sacred divine spark. And then let us take a minute again to breathe in and out. Itchy nose. What is the purpose of Minnassa's, Pastor Minnassa's Sacred Space? It's an opportunity to begin your week, and my week centered in the knowing of our divinity, and then to move in this world as a spiritual being, have a human experience founded in love, seeing things with our divine eyes, so not being reactive and fearful, because we are loving beings. And we have a bigger vision, knowing that whatever is happening is working together for our greatest good, and we're able to act and interact from that space. This is my gift to you, to begin your week relaxed, reset, renewed, and recharged. Our inspirational reading today comes from this great book by Jen Sincero. It's called You Are a Badass: How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. And it begins with this quote by Albert Einstein. This section that I'm reading, part 4. How to get over your BS already. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. I was hanging out in my sunny California home one morning, reading the newspaper with the doors flung open and the stereo blasting, when all of a sudden a bird came tearing into my living room. He was flapping around like a maniac, flying into lamps and plants, spreading leaves, feathers, poop, and panic all over the place. In an attempt to escape, he kept slamming himself into the window, while I feebly chased him around with a flip-flop, trying to guide him back toward the open door. It was awful to watch. The poor guy was all panting and wild-eyed, his little birdie heart no doubt about to explode with fear, while he threw himself over and over again into the glass at full speed. I finally managed to escort him outside to freedom, and then spent a few bothered minutes calming my own little birdie heart while I revisited the scene of the accident. I imagined his confusion and frustration. I can see the sky. It's right there. If I fly hard and fast enough, I know I can reach it. It made me think of the way so many of us live our lives. We can see what we want and nearly kill ourselves trying to get to it in a way that's not working. Meanwhile, if we had just stopped, got quiet for a minute or two, and looked at things a little differently, we'd notice the door to what we want being held open for us by a nice lady in the bathrobe across the room. Then all we'd have to do is fly through it. Oh, the drama we create for ourselves. We're so deeply wrapped up in our stories. I don't have the money. I'm not good enough. I can't quit my job. I'm lazy. I have bad hair. Trudging through life with our heads down, clinging to our false beliefs like lifeboats full of doo-doo, that we prevent ourselves from seeing the literally infinite sea of possibilities and opportunities surrounding us at every single moment. Have you ever walked down a street that you've walked down 1,000,000 times and suddenly noticed a house or tree or a mailbox or something else totally obvious and in your face that you had never noticed before? Or have you ever suddenly become aware of the eye color of someone you've known for years? Or have you ever looked at your mother and thought, I was inside that woman once? All this stuff didn't suddenly appear and then you noticed it. It was there all along. You just weren't experiencing it because your focus was directed somewhere else. And so let's have our card for the day as well. So as we are coming to the end of African American History Month, but never to the end of celebrating those of us and everyone who is from the continent, not the country. Africa is a continent full of countries, and the contributions that we have made throughout the centuries and throughout this world. And so I'm using a card today from Abiola's African Goddess Rising, Abiola Abrams, amazing, beautiful Guyanese woman. And she created this deck. And so our deck for today is Aizan, our card for today, Aizan, and it's miracles. And usually I give my interpretation, but I want to read this card today. This is the guidance. So Aizan is a Haitian Iwa, or a deity. She's the queen of market, riches, and sacred initiations. Oh yeah, riches, And she is one of the first priestesses, and we can venerate her. So her guidance is, you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. You claim you want miracles, but you take an I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. You can be true to yourself. You can be your true self. Do what awakens your soul and have your desires. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle today, ask for it and allow it in. The Goddess Declaration, my life is full of miracles. And this is her card again. And I think that's the end of my message, right? I think it's pretty simple. From Jen Sincero to this great goddess. Where is your attention? Where is my attention? Are we focusing on the possibilities? Are we focusing on the potentialities? Are we focusing on the life that we want to live? Are we focusing on the health and the wholeness of who we are? Or are we focusing on what's not working? And it could be that a lot of stuff's not working, but all you got to do, where your attention goes, that's what grows. Where your attention flows, that's what grows. So put your attention to what is working. Say, well, nothing's working. Well, did you wake up today? Well, then your body's obviously working. So be grateful that you woke up today. So what is the purpose of that? To live your best life. So then focus on how you can live your best life. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. Every day, every second, we have a choice to say, we will have a choice. Either I'm going to live my best life or I'm not. And the reason you choose not to live your best life, because I'm choosing to live my best life, I'm just letting you know, is because just like Jen Sincero says in his book, we believe in the narrative. Well, I'm fat and I can't do anything. Or I'm unhappy because all this stuff happened to me in my past and all these people were mean to me and, or my boss told me this. Okay. Or you can live your best life and live the truth of who you are, a divine, empowered, magical, powerful, love-filled, sacred entity encased in this gorgeous human body. And from that knowing, be able to live, move, and groove and have your best life. Does it happen overnight? No, because you didn't make the mess overnight, right? So it takes time. But all it is taking your focus. One, just like she said, I want to be here, I want to, then take a minute and connect with your divinity. Everything you need, you brought with you into this incarnation. Connect with it within and watch it come to you. Left, right, hand over fist, but you got to get still. You got to have the eye to see it and the heart and the mind to know it. And then the most important thing, you have to be willing to allow it in. And that seems to be so hard for people. I have this wonderful lady I work with at the hospital. And for her birthday, she gets this white mocha chocolate haka laka something from the coffee shop there. So for her birthday, I wanted to buy it for her. So I just gave her a birthday card and told her that was my gift to her. I had to almost chase her. Literally, I ended up just cash apping her the money so that she could buy it herself. You got to be open to receive. That's like standing at a closed door and then saying, why is nothing good coming to me? Open the door. Why open the door before and I got hurt? Okay, that was then. We're in a new space. We are in a new space. Open the door to your good. Open the door. Take a moment and see the good that you want to see. Make sure you're doing the life that you want. Not that your family told you that you should do it, or what society says about you, or what you think will make you popular or happy. Go within and find the happiness there, and then draw to you those things. Be open, receptive to your good. I am open, ready, and available to my good. I am open, receptive, available to my good. I am available to my good. These are all affirmations. I am open to my good. I am available to my good. I am open to my good. I am open and available to my good. You've got to be available to it. And one of the ways you do that is by being centered, being still, and getting it clear in your mind. There's nothing outside of you that makes you not worthy. And there's nothing inside of you that makes you not worthy. So you're worthy for everything. Clear out the junk that's inside, and that's a process. And that's part of what I'm here for. So starting next month, I realized, not that I'm quite rambling, but I thought, okay, I don't really have a focus. So next month, and each month afterwards, I will have a focus during our time. And so the focus for the month of March, for the month of March, is spiritual living. And so that's what I'm talking to you about, living your life as a spiritual person. And so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to have some resources for you. And together we are going to continue to be, and become more of our greater selves. I thank you for this time here. I send you love and light throughout this week. Blessings.